Hello, everybody. Keith Engel here for TGI Sports Talk with my weekly vlog. We've been away for a few weeks, but we're going to try to get back on track. Trying to get the studio lighting adjusted here in the new studio. So you can see a little bit of discoloration there, and I apologize for that. I thought I had taken care of that, but anyway, I'm not going to take up much of your time, as I always say during my vlogs. I want to talk about the Yankees today. What ails the Yankees? Same old stuff ails the Yankees. Injuries. Can't stand the field. We got guys playing that should not be playing. That's you, Aaron Hicks, yes. We got Boone who can't. I mean, stop looking at the analytics. Stop looking at, Monday night, you cannot go out to the mound after Herman had pitched maybe his best game of his career. He's not a big fan of Herman, but he pitched great. 88 pitches. He just got the first out of the inning. And he yanks him with a 2-0 lead. And they promptly lose the game. Then he made a bad decision again the next night. Stop looking, at your little freaking analytics book or talking to Brian Cashman or wherever these decisions come from. Just stop. And Brian Cashman, what have you done to help this team? How have you kept your job? Listen, I was no huge George Steinbrenner fan, and there was, great revisionist history after George passed, sadly, in 2010, I want to say. George did lots to hurt this franchise, and he did lots to help it. But if he was here, I can't believe he'd let this go on for this long with the same team out there year after year. This pitching staff, which I kept hearing, and I got into some really, really heated discussions in chat rooms over the winter when they signed Carlos Rondon. Why don't I like him? He's a great pitcher. He's a Cy Young caliber pitcher. Well, for 2 years he was in San Francisco. But look at his total body of work over his career. No, it's not very good. Chicago, which to me is a brighter lights than San Francisco, and still not New York. I didn't think he'd be a good match. He had injury issues, which have cropped up and are certainly a problem now. We haven't even seen him, and it's May 5th. And as far as I know, he's nowhere near pitching. Severino hurt. Nestor not pitching great. Now, admittedly, some guys I liked haven't stepped up. Clark Schmidt I like a lot. He hasn't stepped up. Brito had a couple of good starts. Now the league is caught up with him. I don't know what the answer is, guys. I don't want to go off here because I still think this team can win, but they're not built to win in the postseason again. Too many holes in the lineup. Now, again, injuries have hurt. The bullpen is just decimated again. Kings pitched well. Holmes has been very inconsistent. Wandy Peralta's okay. Loaiza injuries hurt a lot. But the lineup, I keep hearing how good Gleyber Torres is playing. Is Gleyber really playing well? Please help me out here. Look at his numbers. 2023. He's at 236, guys. 406 slugging percentage. Playing okay at second base. Time to let the kids play. Trade him. If he has enough value to get yourself an outfielder. Now, the good news is Bader's back, but he's day-to-day again already. Judge is hurt. Got to play smarter. Stanton out again. Donaldson, who cares? Donaldson and Hicks have to go. You want my opinion? which you may or may not. You're gonna and listen. If you agree with me, great. If you disagree with me, please say so. But I'm not a guy who's just say it's my team, right or wrong. And I've been very hard on the Yankees, and they haven't been a bad baseball team, but they're not built to win the postseason. And this team is going to be the same way if things don't change. Hicks has got to play way too much. If I have my way, I let Volpe and Peraza play every day at shortstop, second base. Trade Glaber for a left fielder, any left fielder at this point. I know Brian Reynolds was their target, but the Pirates really wanted to make a big payday on that. And then they end up extending him, so he's not going anywhere. Cabrera needs to play better, and he probably will play better if he moves around, doesn't play quite every day. Get him out of left field, move him around the diamond. Play DJ at third base. You got Cabrera to move around pretty much all the infield spots, all the outfield spots. And I'm sorry, bite the bullet on Donaldson and Hicks. I keep hearing you can deal with, Donaldson can't be around. Donaldson can't be around if he doesn't play. I don't disagree. So he just contract and get rid of it. We're the Yankees. We're not the Kansas City Royals. Just eat the contract. And Hicks, getting this conversation with Mac and Jack thinks, well, he's a good guy to have on the bench. He's not. He offers nothing to this team. Nothing. Excuse me. Rizzo's played okay. Trevino will be okay. The bullpen, if they get healthy, I think will be okay. Michael King's pitched really well. The bench, kind of weak. Again, I hear all this great stuff about Kiner Falefa, and he can play everywhere. He can't hit, and he can barely field wherever you put him. Willie Calhoun, nice homer the other day, Willie, but, I'm not a fan. This bench is weak. So who do you blame? It's Brian Cashman. Puts this team together year after year with pitchers that get injured. I didn't even mention oh God, I can't remember. I can't remember his name. It's been so long since I talked about the guy because I forget he's even on the team. I can't find him now. Where the hell is he? Let's look at the injuries. That's the best place to find these guys, right? I mean, the injuries are just piling up for the Yankees. Whatever. Manoah. He'll never come back. So we trade for pitchers outside of Cole. And the Yankees have done this for years. CC Sabathia was good, didn't have this injury bug. Cole's been good. Most of the pitchers they bring here, going back to the 70s, can't pitch anymore, or they get hurt when they're here. We do nothing to improve the lineup. They missed out on getting Benintendi and keeping him in left field for this year. He would have been a great addition to this team. He didn't get to play a lot last year because he got hurt. Players are trying. Boone continues. Again, stop with the analytics. Stop with the metrics. Stop with the book that has been written only in the last, 10 years or whatever. Maybe go back to the old school book. You got a guy with 88 pitches and 1 out in the ninth inning, pitching a shutout. You leave him in the game. That's his game to win or lose. Stop reading it, and again, it doesn't matter what point of the game it is, 6th inning, 7th inning. I got to bring in the guy whose job that is. Nonsense. This team will not win with Aaron Boone at the helm. To tell you right now. I said back in 2018, was it? Oh, I can't remember now. When Boone came in and they fired Girardi. I wanted Rob Thompson. He got a cursory interview. Rob Thompson's done great things with Philadelphia. Getting to a World Series last year when they were mediocre at best. Getting that ship righted now here early on when they had some bad struggles early. No Bryce Harper. Rob Thompson would have been a perfect manager for this team. You can tell me that's 2020 hindsight, but I said it at the time. Boone has had enough time. Got a great regular season record. I have no problem with that. Is that good enough? Am I a spoiled Yankee fan? Yep. Guilty. Anyway, it's time to make some moves, guys. This team, it's getting late. It's getting late. It gets late early here these days, as Yogi would say. I like to say the calendar still says May 5th, but you're 9 games out of first. And it's not just the fact that you're 9 games out of first. You're in last place. The surprising Red Sox have got a game and a half lead on you. The Orioles have got a 4.5 game lead on you. When you start getting a bunch of teams in front of you, especially as the season moves on, it's not late. Don't get me wrong. This isn't a panic call. But I think it's time to move on from Aaron Boone. He's not going to get fired during the season, probably. I called for Buck Showalter 2 years ago before the Mets hired him, when the Yankees were struggling in May and June. Now, yeah, granted, they've recovered and made the playoffs, but again, flamed out early. This team will flame out early again because it's not built the right way. Pitching, defense, timely hitting. We don't need... Listen, I love Aaron Judge. He doesn't need to hit 62 home runs for this team to win. Stanton can't stay healthy. He can say all he wants. Oh, it's not acceptable. I agree, Giancarlo. Thank you for pointing that out. Now stay on the frickin' field. All right. That's enough of this nonsense. Guys, I'm sorry, but the Yankees need to improve. This is not good enough. You don't win pennants in April, but you can lose them. And I will tell you, the Yankees need to get this ship righted. The pitching staff is a nightmare. The bullpen is struggling. Brett Boone. I wish it was Brett Boone managing this team. Time to move on, guys. Let's get some people in here, including Cashman. Got to go. You've had your chances. No World Series victories since 2009. One appearance in 20 years. One World Series appearance in 20 years. Is that good enough for you? It is not good enough for me. Single out.